You're with us in an exclusive conversation with Devdutt Pattanaik. He's launching his 50th or 51st book?
51st book.
51st book. That's a record of sorts. He's a big expert in mythology, and today he's applying that knowledge to tell us how to get rich. Devdutt, I want to know the secret. I really want to know the secret. And I think it all starts with the definition of Laxmi and Saraswati. And, tell us about that. How are they different? Yeah. Why is one good? Why is one bad?
What happens is in India, when you say that I'm a commercial person, then people look down on you. When you say I like money, they look down on you. But the thing is that we are also, we worship Lakshmi. We worship money. If you throw money on the ground, nobody's going to step on it. So we have this very strange relationship with Lakshmi. And, when people say that, jahan Saraswati hoti hai, wahan Lakshmi nahi hoti. Where you have knowledge, there is no Lakshmi, wealth and prosperity. And that's basically saying that if you go to school, you will not make money.
Right.
That's an absurd idea. And I wanted to, show people that, knowledge, where there is good Saraswati, there is Lakshmi all the time. In fact, in India, there's a concept of Labh. Labh means profit. And there's Shubh Labh, that is good profit. So profit with happiness. Now, most people I see, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of Labh, but no Shubh Labh. घर में हमेशा fighting होता है. There's a lot of business houses. You go to business houses, the children are fighting. Talent management is not happening. Sure. And I'm also seeing young people don't understand the basics of economics. Right. पैसे कैसे कमाते हैं? How do you earn? How do you spend? How do you invest? How do you save? How do you share?
Right.
So ये सब I thought, and so many stories in our scriptures which talk about money.
Sure.
So Lakshmi is important, Annapurna is important, Brihaspati is important. All the stories talk about money. So I thought I'll put
why not?
Why not?
So is there an instant path? I mean, is there some enlightenment, along which if you walk and if you apply some basic tenets, you will definitely become rich?
Oh, definitely. You see, it really comes down to very basic principles that, it starts, you have to understand the concept of yajna. That is a very key understanding in Indian thought, कि yajna के बिना कुछ नहीं होता है.
Okay.
And yajna basically is exchange.
Sure.
You ask any economist what is business, he will say it's transaction. Money making is about transaction.
Sure.
So transaction is len den ki baatein. Aur jab when you are talking about yajna, it is about you doing swaha to receive tathastu. So in economics they say that to give what you have to get what you want. So to give what you have is swaha, and to get what you want is tathastu. And that's written in the first verse of the Rig Veda. We should be teaching this in every school in India. What we say, financial education, inclusion. But Lakshmi के बारे में सिखाओ ना. We are afraid and shy of being commercial. We were a land of traders.
Yeah.
We have golden, Sone ki chidiya. We talk about the golden bird of commerce.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you must. I mean, I wanted to bring it out there.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of people saying that money is bad. Money is good. It is very, very good. And you should learn how to make money in the market, how to save money, how to spend money, how to invest money, how to prepare for your old age. Everything. That's how to become rich.
Okay. And I know you have plenty of illustrations that you also use in this. If you do want to draw something out for us, just tell us, and we're going to give you a marker. Okay. Maybe the concept of yagna as you describe it.
So, so I'll give you 2-3 things in the book. So, Ganpati was recently celebrated, and I have, Ganpati is associated with this lovely symbol called the Ankush. Okay. So, Ankush is the elephant goad, हाथी को पकड़ने के लिए. Now, the elephant, this part of the goad is meant to prod the elephant.
Okay.
It prods you, and this is to pull you back.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Now, this is for me the secret of Ganesha. You know what he's saying? He is saying that, every time you should have a plan. कि हर महीने में कितना खर्चा करने वाला हूँ. So you have a plan which prods you. And pull is about accounts. You have to maintain accounts. You have to plan for the future. So this is done by a rishi called Bhrigu. Okay. He thinks of the future. कल ये करना है.
Sure.
Or at the end of the day, you have to keep a hisab.
Right.
You have to keep a hisab of this, and which Brihaspati does. So the god of accounting. So you have accounts and planning. And in business, in life, I meet young people. I said, okay, you're earning 10,000 rupees a month. How are you planning to spend it next month? And they said, okay, I'm planning this. Okay, good, you have a plan. Now tell me the accounts of last month.
And no one remembers.
And nobody remembers.
I don't remember today. I don't know if I classify as young, but I don't remember.
So, this is what we are trying to, when I'm talking about the symbols, I'm saying that Ganesha is telling you, save. If you want to make money, you have to maintain accounts, you have to plan.
But how do you convince youngsters today, or to save in the sense that, everyone is looking at instant gratification, everyone's looking at experiences. Are people still seriously thinking about saving for the future? It seems to be, a very long-term thought.
Yes, it is. You see, in the world, there'll always be smart people and stupid people. So my book is not meant for stupid people. It is meant for smart people.
Sure.
So, there is in mythology, Vishnu has a snake. Right? And he also has a hawk.
Okay. I hope we're getting this.
So this is a sarpa, a snake, and this is a hawk, which is Garuda.
You're really good at this.
Yeah. So Garuda is about long-term thinking, and this is about short-term thinking.
Okay.
So what we call tactic, this is a tactic. कि आज क्या करना है? What do I do today to make money?
Sure.
And this is what do I do 5 years from today? What should I be achieving? So this is strategy.
Okay.
And I find Vishnu is associated in mythology with the snake, which is Sheshnag, so Sarpa ke saath, and with Garuda. So Garuda or Sarpa. So he has Garuda Drishti and Sarpa Drishti.
Sure.
Long-term thinking and short-term tactics.
Sure.
Which is why Laxmi, the goddess of wealth, walks his way. She always walks towards him. This is the symbol that we put in India near the door. कि दरवाजे के पास रखते हैं हम लोग.
Yes.
We put it so that Lakshmi comes our way. She is not pulled. You have to bring her towards you the way a flower attracts a bee, which is what Vishnu does. He has short-term thinking, long-term thinking, maintenance of accounts as Brihaspati teaches you, and planning for the future as Bhrigu teaches you. So ऐसे tips I have brought in the book because they're all in our scriptures.
Right.
Thousands of years knowledge packaged in like what? 199 rupees.
Yes. Yeah. Not just that, it's a very easy read.
Thank you.
I think it's simple to understand and follow, and it's something that you could also go back to time and again and just kind of revise those principles. Sometimes they apply to you differently when you're feeling pensive or thinking through certain phases in life.
Absolutely.
But tell me, Devdutt, are there any ways that you can protect yourself as well? Ways to not lose money, so as to say. I mean, how does one prevent against that?
So, that comes in the chapter called Hanuman Secret. Hanuman is the strongest god, Sankat Mochan, he can solve all problems. But one day they say that Hanuman had tried to protect Ram with his tail, so nobody can hurt Ram. But he did not realize that Mahiravan could abduct Ram from under the earth. So his tail was above the earth, but Mahiravan came from under the earth and abducted Ram. And he felt very bad, and when he finally rescued Ram after a lot of adventures, Ram says, you know what? Even though you are Sankat Mochan, everything in life is not guaranteed. There are no guarantees in life, which is basically saying that, okay, you may be very strong, but you better have an insurance policy. So that when something happens to you, your family doesn't suffer. A health insurance for your ailments, life insurance if you die, your family is left behind. So don't think you're invincible. Or, will. I have seen so many rich people, I go to conferences and I said, Acha, how many people have made a will? And nobody raises their hand. I said, tum log amar ho kya? You're going to be, even Ramji has to go to Vaikunt. Krishna goes to Vaikunt, but you will think you will not go to, well, at least Swarg, if not Nark.
Right.
Lekin, and I see so many business families fighting over property, बच्चे लड़ रहे हैं, TV serials में भी दिखाए थे, जमीन जायदाद के ऊपर, will is not made. So, insurance, will, through Hanuman ki story say, you're saying that Hanuman is being told by Ram, ki don't think there are any guarantees in life.
Sure.
And that I think is a great lesson,
Yes.
what we call de-risking ourselves.
Yes.
We have to de-risk ourselves. जितने भी brilliant हो, पता नहीं कल को बहुरी होएगा, कल को प्रलय होएगा, sorry. Kabir's line. So I believe these stories are telling us about life.
Sure.
And so money, when you learn about Lakshmi, you learn about Saraswati, you learn about life.
Lovely. I want to leave on one note. I think you touched upon it, but it's a very important message in your book as well.
Yes.
And that is that it's an exchange that goes around, and the creation of wealth is meant to be shared.
Yes.
And, and so for those, going back to the original thought, for those that think it's bad to think about making money, it's not really all that bad, because you're actually sharing it with a wider pool and giving back.
You see, if you're just making money, then you are like a yaksha. A yaksha hoards money, a rakshasa grabs money, an asura is always complaining, a deva feels entitled, a gandharva is working hard and dancing, singing to get attention. But the point is to be a yajman. Yajman ka matlab kya hota hai? He gives in order to get. And this cyclical way in India is very important. You have to give in order to get. If the cycle is not there, so if you keep hoarding money, then they say Lakshmi ke sath alakshmi aati hai aur ghar mein kalah hota hai. So whenever I see unhappy rich people, I'm like, you're not sharing. You don't know how to share. Also, sharing is also complicated. It's not about throwing money away. No, it's a way, because it is spiritual. The highest spiritual index is the ability to give away money. So how to give away money is not so easy. It's not easy. You have to understand it, and that's what I'm trying to explain in the book through stories.
Okay.
So again, stories. Everything is about stories, because stories. Hamare purvaj jo the, they think stories are the best way to enlighten people.
Enlightenment indeed. Do pick up a copy of the book. It's out in the first week of October. Storytelling, mythology, all the ingredients to make it an exciting way to learn how to better manage your money and, yes, get rich. Devdutt, thanks so much for joining us.
So much.
Thank you.